as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live we turn on us, so yes.
This. Alright, then you want to know?
Okay, we're good?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you, tech guy. Yeah,
Yes,
Dave.
welcome to the 132nd edition. Viewers, we just had a little technical difficulty there to start with. We apologize. Had a little mic issue.
Yeah, man.
Yes, but we're excited. Another Thursday in beautiful Borough.
Exactly. And now we have me and Lex chit chat and we talk how people might say things about Belize, but it's still a beautiful country. I mean, we could laugh, we can talk. We don't have the heavy traffic. We don't have no what the thing is, tsunami, no tornado. We're watching news internationally, so you know, beautiful. And just to drive the countryside, man, it's so nice coming up.
Absolutely, absolutely, love it.
Yep. But tonight, of course, the bike show. Talking about bicycle. Every week we have something to talk about bicycle. You can't run out of material. I think you can't run out of material at all. I mean,
cycling.
Yes,
cycling is pretty popular here in Belize.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we want to give thanks and praises for another beautiful night, another beautiful show. Of course, we want to thank the people, the man who has sponsored the food tonight, Mr. Kevin Logan, sponsoring the food, and we want to pick up Ashton Clothing, of course. And all our cycling fans and viewers, definitely remember to like and subscribe to the channel as we continue to bring you what's going on in cycling Belize. But you know, the show started a new thing. We normally big up birthdays, anniversary, date announcement, but we want to pay respect to a fallen brother. He was a legion rider, and that's what rider leisurely for exercise. People know as Big Sam. I think his real name is, let me see if I get the name. Mr. Arnold, how do I pronounce that, boy? It's A-R-E-N-E. Sarni Arnold or something, but I know he as Big Sam, so I call him Big Sam. But he'll be laid to rest Saturday afternoon. No? But he was definitely a lover of the sport of cycling. He definitely did some of the charity rides, so you know, we want to pay respect and said, rest in peace, Big Sam. Thanks for all the time you're coming out at the bike shop, we chit chat. So yeah, he had died in New York, I think about a week or 2 weeks ago, right? So rest in peace, Big Sam.
Condolences
goes out to the entire family, exactly. We want to say a happy anniversary again to George and Vicky.
30-something years, right?
35 years, wow. 35 years, George and Vicky Abraham. So happy anniversary, cuz, and her hair. Wishing you guys many, many more. Now we move on to the birthday greetings. A lot of birthday greetings, boy. We started out, Bob Gabriel celebrated his birthday Sunday, yeah. Benito Gutierrez celebrated his birthday. Carl Arnold out of, I think in New York. Carl Arnold, not New York, California, yeah. We have Miss Verly Kokom. I hope I pronounce the name. Or how I pronounce it?
Cromie.
Verly.
Yeah, Cromie.
Oh, Cromie. Okay, all right. Yeah. My little grandnephew, Randy Chan. My niece, Liane Erdones, happy birthday. Malcolm James, happy birthday. My wife cousin, Victor Osha, will be celebrating birthday. We have Tracy Gillett, that the wife of Leon Gillett, right here in Barrel Boom. So happy birthday, Tracy. And we have two special persons too. We have your daughter, how do you pronounce it?
Deandra Wade.
Deandra Wade, happy birthday, Deandra Wade. And also the big man, I call him a legend, Mr. Elston Wade Sr.
Yep, 93rd birthday, we're blessed to have.
Exactly, that's amazing. When I visit the farm and I saw that man move out active, I said, amazing.
Yeah, still ride his horse on the farm.
Still ride his horse on the farm.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Couple times a week when he's in Belize. He's actually out in California right now.
Okay, he's out there.
Yeah, following up on his routine appointments.
All right, well.
So he'll be back with us next month, I believe, late next month.
All right, well, happy birthday to each and every one, man. Big up to yourself. Yeah, so we had
quite a busy weekend.
Quite a busy weekend, yeah. We had the we have some news from Brazil.
Sure. Yeah.
And then we had the tourist, the International Masters Tourist Antinos, which was a 3 days affair. And this morning we had Mr. Guns race. So I know which one you want to start off with first.
I think we should start off with the first one, which would be the International PanAm Games in Brazil. Yeah. So let's dive into that. So we had a group of elite cyclists and under 23 along with juniors that represented Belize. The cyclists that went out were Oscar Quiros and Carlton Robinson, who represented in the elite category. In the under 23 category was Dijon Hyde, Jivan Gonzalez, Delton Rojas, and Derek Chavarria Jr. In the junior category, we had Jalen Briseño and Tamron Morris. Okay. So out of all those guys, we competed in 3 different races. The individual time trial for the juniors, and we had the junior road race. We had the under 23 road race, and also the elite road race. In the junior individual time trial, Jalen Briseño completed that course and he placed 12th. 12th. Correct. The following day he rode the road race, did pretty well. He completed the race and finished 17th. So it was a pretty solid performance, I think, with continued training, continued structure by the Cycling Federation of Belize. I think we have the right athletes to perhaps challenge for a medal. What do you think? Your opinion there, as far as the junior? So it's a good start. The only thing is that we definitely have to have a plan. I spoke to a past president of the Cycling Federation. I say I sent me some information about a 4-year plan. All the countries represent, you have to have a plan. Kudos, our guys did well with the little, the short time they had. But I believe that moving forward, we have to have that 4-year plan. You have to prepare. I mean, if you want to have a fighting chance to medal, because we go and we complete the races, but we want to be on that podium. You understand? Certainly. And we have the ability. Now, the only thing I ask that business houses or the people in our sports, the ministers behind, I would ask the federation to maybe, you have to beg some more or lobby, because when our athletes does well, the media houses, the people in the government run to the airport and meet them and cheer them, but it's a lot of hard work, and cyclists do take a lot of sacrifice. I mean, they go up on the highway, vehicle left pass them close, and it's kind of sometimes frustrating for some athletes because they complain and they say, Mr. Donis, we try, they manage, they look for bumper off the road, nobody knows the support way, so it's difficult, but it's a beautiful sport, and when you get result,
you are happy. So we want the results. So we're hoping that, moving forward, we know exactly what we're going to take part in, especially the course, the condition, because I didn't know it was that cold in Brazil. I spoke to Carlton, he was at the shop, and he said it was like freezing rain. I mean, it was
60 degrees.
For us that we don't normally get that kind of
cold
weather, and so it was cold for him.
Yeah, but then again, the whole week was warm, and just that Sunday was cold. But like you said, Andrew, I think the key thing is preparation. I think the day has passed where we are now just happy to be there, right? It used to be where we used to go out, and we were happy to have a selection that go out and represent. The guys show up 90% of the time, they're not going to finish the course. They come back, nothing is learned. We repeat that over and over.
Right.
All right, so we've moved beyond that now, where we actually have the athletes here, based on the fact that cycling has become a lot more popular thanks to guys like yourself. But the younger guys are really, really motivated right now, and they're putting in the training. So you have guys that are coming up, like a Jalen Briseño, like a Javen Gonzalez, like a Derek Chavarria Jr. Those guys who are really, really motivated. The support is there from their teams and from other individuals, and they're getting some exposure, international exposure, before they go to these games, right? So they're doing all that through either their own team or their own structure that they have, nothing to do with the federation necessarily. Perhaps maybe members of this federation help them out individually. But what I'm saying, so now, like I said, the days of just going to these games and participating is beyond us. Let's look at how we can actually compete for a medal. We have the athletes. What I've seen in this competition here in Brazil is that we definitely have the athletes. I was following it very closely because I kind of wanted to see where cycling was in comparison to the world, Andrew, and also because of the show. Obviously, we need to be able to discuss the results and so forth. So I was watching live streams, I was following results, and what I noticed this year in the under 23 competition, we had athletes there that were top 10 athletes. And when I say top 10, that's being conservative, right? That means top 10. That's an opportunity to be on the podium.
Right.
So we definitely have those athletes. The four guys that went in that category: Jaiven, Derek, Dalton, and Dijon. With those four guys, we could have definitely been in the top 10 with an opportunity to podium. With all the mishaps that happened, the lack of preparation, holistically, right? Derek still had an opportunity to podium. 20 seconds he was off. Okay. Right, just 20 seconds. So just imagine that, right? Those guys rode very, very hard. Without a lot of structure. I thought perhaps servicing could have been a lot better. I also thought that perhaps maybe team strategy could have been a lot better as well. But then again, I mean, when you're putting a team together last minute and you're expecting these guys to perform at a high level as a team, you will, that's not the best recipe for success.
Right.
So what you see there is, in those situations, the guy with the individual with the best condition and the best experience would be the one that would finish the best, right? So that taking that into consideration, that result was predictable. Where Derek, I think he finished 22nd, perhaps somewhere in the 20s though, just outside of the top 20. So what I urge to the Cycling Federation is, and I think they're working on it, because Leticia was in here and she was talking about a 4-year plan, but let's kind of get serious about it. Let's really get serious about it. Let's put things on paper, right? Let's really put it on paper and develop. First of all, you have to have these athletes that you're picking out, right? You're selecting these athletes, you're building national teams around the different categories that's going to be representing when the games come up, right?
Right.
And then you'll have coaches that's going to be working with these folks, right? So you'll have to kind of select or ask for volunteers for coaching and have them take these classes and get certified by UCI. We also have resources that we need to not be afraid to ask. For example, we have great resources. I was talking to Mario Ariave, and Mario is a very knowledgeable individual, well, educated in the sports psychology and also coaching. He runs a program there in the U.S. and he said he's happy to work with the federation. Right, just basically all they need to do is reach out to him. Steve Stewart, I spoke to him after the tour, and the first time I met him, really nice guy. And he's like, when I mentioned the kind of my thoughts as far as helping to develop cycling here in Belize, it's like whatever I can do, they're whatever they can do. They love Belize and they want to kind of give back, because just imagine these guys have this talent, right? They have this information, and in the U.S., there's a lot of guys like that. There's tons of guys like that, and some guys maybe a little bit more certification that are working with different programs already, right? So these guys are excited to kind of look for an avenue to give back, and like I said, these resources are out there. We just need to learn to open up to these resources, right? And I think with if we do that, I think Belize, you'll see definitely a rise in Belize cycling. What are your thoughts on that, Andrew?
Yes, you're 100% correct, and I know all the fans out there, family members want to see see that we medal. I mean that's our goal to medal.
Well, yeah, winning in any sport, any competition, right? Winning is paramount. That's kind of what you engage in. Exactly. Yeah. So, like I said, the time of where our guys showed up and they did well and they rode their heart out. I mean that is past us. I don't want to hear that anymore. Yeah. I want to hear. I want to see us compete for for medals. And I think, like I said, we have the athletes. That's for sure. We definitely have the athletes. So, Bill Elliston as well. That's another individual that I keep in very close contact with, and Bill is amazing guy. He also has programs out there already that he's running, and he's willing to work with us. So, all these years, and we haven't utilized him. It's beyond me. Like, why not?
Yeah, we have to use him.
I mean, the Belizean culture, they tend to keep too close. We need to open up. We need to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. We're a third world country.
Watch the African countries. Watch where their cyclists are.
Exactly.
They are competing at pro level. So that we can start the possibility is there. So
no, the talent is here, and like I said, what I've seen, what I saw in that under 23 race. I mean, I am very, very optimistic that we can medal. That group that went there was solid. That's a solid group, and I think at this point we're doing our athletes a disservice by not adequately preparing them to compete to win, right? And there is a process with that, right? There's a process with that by selecting the team early, right? Putting together training programs, reaching out to these guys like your Bill Elliston, your Mario, your Steve Stewart, and I'm sure there's a long other list, and some local guys as well. We have local people here in Belize who can give back. We have champions here in Belize. I'm sure those guys, with the right structure, they're happy to give back. So, but we need the federation to lead, right? To lead in that direction, to say, okay, this is what we're going to be doing, and also, again, don't be afraid to reach out to these folks. They're willing. They're just waiting for that call. They're willing to help. Let's put together a plan. Let's get these selections early, right? Yeah, let's get these selections early. That way we can better prepare our athletes. I think we're getting signal for a break. So.
And then we give results.
So let's go to a break. We'll come back. We'll continue to touch on that, and we'll get into a little bit more of the results as far as the PanAm Games, and we'll move over to the other races.
Yes, man.
All right.
hear me now. This is a soul fire production. Soul fire production. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turner. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turner. So yes.
Welcome back. The 132nd episode. Sometimes when you get into the talk, you go deep, right? So you pay attention to the time.
Absolutely.
So let us continue on the results of races. Yeah.
Certainly, and with that being said, what we'd like to do, Andrew, is also extend an invitation to the federation for a representative to come on the show and maybe do a recap of whenever these big games.
Right.
Maybe perhaps someone from the federation. Would like to see the president himself, if possible, when he's in town, Glenn, or if not, a different representative. But it'd be nice for him to do a recap and tell the viewing public kind of what the thought process was behind the preparation for these athletes and what they've learned from these games. Some of the challenges, perhaps some of the things that went well and the things that you can build on.
Well, I had a chat with Carlton.
Mm-hmm.
And Carlton, it was raining. Carlton bike not have disc brakes, he have rim brakes.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Mr. Donis, whenever they go so hard, he said he keep on the distance because when the guys and grab the disc brakes and stop quick, he said for him breaks the slide, he don't run to nobody. So Carlton basically ride on a vintage bike compared to everybody who have this bike and he have this brakes bike and he have
well, all that's part of preparation, right? I mean, figuring out the weather. Like, when I travel for international events, I go every year. I go to Santo Domingo. I check the weather, and I always take extra clothing as well because things can change, right?
Exactly.
But we can't necessarily. I'm 50 years old. These athletes are 17 and 20. You know what I mean? We can't expect them to think of all these things. So, the federation and the coaches, they should have a handbook or some type of
guideline. Yeah.
Exactly. That details everything that these athletes should, kind of like a checklist, right? Whenever you're going on an international trip, this is a checklist, right? And have frequent meetings with them as well. So, everyone knows expectations. Because, for example, the weather was great the entire week, and then Sunday it just went downhill, right? It was 60 degrees.
Yep.
And 60 degrees for coming out of 98 degrees.
Yeah, feel like
exactly.
You have to clothing and everything.
And we don't race in the rain a lot.
No.
In Belize, no, we don't race in the rain, and those guys started in the rain. So I imagine it was a hard race for them.
It was rough, yeah.
Yeah.
The speed.
And the results did kind of solidified that in the fact that both the riders did not finish. But It was a valiant effort as well. They completed quite a few of the laps, so they hung in as best they could. But again, I think the lack of preparation kind of hurt us there. These teams are, in my opinion, and I mean maybe you can chime in. In my opinion, these teams are put together too quickly.
Yeah. No, we talk about it all the time off camera. When we are just hanging out, that all the countries have 4-year plans.
Yeah.
You saw the interview from the guy from Grenada. Grenada got silver, and I think a guy live in UK. But
he's British. He has British parents. Born in England, but has parents from the islands.
Yeah.
And but I mean, we can have those same type of athletes as well, but they have a program, and they're getting results obviously. So I know then by no means this is attacking or talking negatively of our cycling federation. I just kind of want to put that out there. It's just things that we need to do, right? And I see it. I've been in cycling here since 2018, and I've seen the same thing repeated every year. That we just hurry up and put these guys together. Whoever is riding well at the time, that's who's representing Belize, right? It should be a process where you're bringing athletes through a program, with coaching and proper nutrition and all that stuff and proper preparation, so they're prepared to succeed when they go out.
And then also the athletes have to know their role too, because you do have little tug and war. I mean, we heard about the little tug and wars and so on. So you don't want to have that when you represent the country, not as an individual. So.
Well, Andrew, that will come with coaching, right? So once the national team has a coach, then you'll be selecting the right individuals. They will understand the program, all the way through. And if even with that preparation, if something like that happens, which I don't have any proof that it happened, this is just things I heard. But if something like that happens, then there's ways to deal with that, right? It's kind of removing that guy from the national team and replacing him with someone else, because you'll have a roster of folks who are eligible. But we don't have a process in place, so pretty much, and like I said, pretty much the guys are out there. We're putting these teams together quickly, and then they're basically riding as individuals. I didn't see a coach that was on that trip, right? So we had members of the cycling federation that were coaching the guys. That's not their role.
No, that's not.
So that's why you have the confusion, right? And again, I'm not bashing the cycling federation. I love the cycling federation. I'm just pointing out some of the obvious things that we need to do, which would be, let's put together a structure. Let's not hurry up and send our athletes out. Let's really prepare them. The other thing I was noticing too, with a lot of Caribbean countries who are kind of small like us or even smaller, they actually have coaches and other personnel who are traveling with their athletes. We didn't have a mechanic. We didn't have a coach. We just had federation personnel and then the athletes.
Yep.
So, guys, we can do better. We will do better. Anything that we can help on the show, obviously we're committed to doing that, and we have a lot of resources who are willing to help as well. So, I know the guys are preparing to head to the next event, which is Honduras, right?
Honduras next weekend.
Yep. So the list of guys that are going out there, we wish them all the best, and hopefully they'll gain some great experience. Things will not change overnight, but kind of let's move in that right direction. Let's think about structure. Let's set that up, and let's prepare athletes to succeed.
So move on to the next race.
Yes.
Results.
Which race?
So we have the.
It was the guns race, and then the big. So
Yeah.
perhaps we do the guns race first.
Guns race, yeah.
Yeah. You want to take that one, Andrew?
Do you have the result yet?
Yeah.
Today's guns race?
Yeah. Today's guns race.
Okay. So it does,
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. So first place,
Byron Pope.
Baron Pope, Goran Gabriel, second, third, Young Kenyon Sanford, Dijon Hyde in fourth place, Carlton Robinson fifth, sixth George Abraham Jr., seventh Stephen Cabral, eighth Oton Oliveira from Corozal, ninth Roberto Lovell, and rounding out the top 10 position, the athlete Lozano And so in the A, we had what? We had
George Abraham Jr.
that, okay, so we had the top three. We had that.
And then the first B was Greville Young.
And then you had a junior. You had a juniors thing to George. I think the young man named Keith Enright was first.
Keith Enright. Okay.
See if we get a picture of that.
Did they give three for juniors?
Yeah,
or
you
one?
see there? I see Keith Enright,
Oh,
then
okay.
then Jaheim Lewis, and I think Carmel Smith.
Nice.
Yeah, you know they're probably top 10. Just the individual pictures. Yeah.
Picture,
And then also, yes, I know I had something because there shop and the guy say, I bet you no bad for say this, but Greville Young say he beat out Palace again. So
2 times in a row.
2 times in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody say, yeah.
It's good to see Palace getting some competition because
Yeah.
Mr. Guns refused to put me in my right category. So if someone else can, yeah.
So Greville Young
He definitely has competition
Yeah.
if I get in category A.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul after training hard, Paul beat up the young boy, stop making the young boy come and try bully you. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yes, beautiful race this morning. As usual, I'm at the 103rd, 145, 145.
Wow, excellent.
Yeah, so big up yourself, Mr. Guns. Oh, Mr. Guns, I have some good news for you. While traversing here, they paved the spot, so look like the people may listen to you. They paved the spot for before the Wade House, all the way past the horse track. So next year when the race Easter Monday, smooth sailing.
Oh yeah, we'll be doing.
Yeah,
I'm just getting ready for that to finish so we can get some circuit races. I'll throw a couple of circuit.
All right,
races.
cool. Nice.
Yeah, so this will be nice because it's actually pretty much we'll have good roads all the way from like my house all the way through the village of Boom. Through the Boom Junction, around by the Boom Bridge, so we could do a nice.
Right, man, perfect.
Nice
Yes,
circuit.
man, we have winning because not a cycling fans Boom.
Yep, absolutely.
So we can move on to the big international Masters Tour, the Santinos. We had almost 50 Belizean and international riders.
Yeah, we had 63 cyclists that registered out of 63 cyclists, I believe. Yeah, almost half. Or a little bit less than half was foreigners. We had several countries represented. We had Salvador, we had Mexico, we had a guy from Italy, I think, the US as well, Guatemala.
Right.
Yeah, so it is truly an international tour. And you were front and center all weekend.
Well, the thing is, I did mention that Maro was on the show, and I said, look out for this guy, right? Look out for Maro. After speaking to him, he showed that once he's a coach, and you saw what I do. He put that team together, not the strongest team, but they had result. I mean, you saw what happened at the end, right? He didn't even make the podium because he gave his all. That he collapsed while standing in the sun after the grueling event Sunday. So maybe you have the result of all stages. So we had the prologue Friday evening.
Yeah. So again, recognize Santiago Castillo for putting that tour together, Tour de Santino. It's been running, quite for some time now. 2018, I believe, was the first one that I'm aware of, and so this is edition number 6, I believe, and so far I think this is definitely one of the best as far as representation from all the different countries and
very competitive
and all the different athletes. Absolutely. So it started. It's three days of racing. So we started off Friday evening with a 3-kilometer prologue, followed by stage 2, which was a road race through the coastal and Hummingbird Highway, finishing on the Brutal Gap, and then stage 3 was pretty straightforward from the city, San Cas Plaza, to on the Northern Highway to Hattieville, turning and finishing back, pretty much coming back the same way and finishing at San Cas Plaza, right? So after the first day, which was the prologue, nice, short, and sweet, in a time of 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Mario Arellave was first, Gabriel Cordozo, Mexican, was second. Bob Gabriel was third. Jose Chota was fourth. Alex Gonzalez was fifth. Julio de Zol, sixth. David Interin, 7. Joaquin Hernandez Gomez, 8th. Benito Balam, 9th. And 10th was Jose Cervera. That's day 1 in the A category. In the B category, Roque Matos was first. Palash Joseph was second. Alberto Perez was third. Steve Stewart, American and former cross-country winner 1988, was fourth. Dwayne Wade was fifth. Dan Cano was sixth. Liam Stewart was seventh. Rutherford Cunningham was ninth. 10th, Warren Coe. And I'm sorry, 9th was Warren Coe, and 10th was Marco Fiorini, who is Italian. So that's the top 10 in the B category. C was Shaq Medina, Filberto Dubon from Salvador. Isaiah Willissey was third. Arturo Terrones, Mexican, was fourth. Colonel Lovell was fifth, and the Chief rounded out that that category in sixth place. So nice job to those guys. Then we went on to stage 2, which was very interesting.
Brutal.
You had a lot of fun.
Yes, a lot of fun. Even Hasim and out.
Yeah. So we got on the way about 8:45. A little late start there, but that race started out. So we rode from, I think, roughly 56 miles. Started at Democracia, went through the coastal road for 36 miles, took a right turn, and 20 miles to the gap, finishing on top of the brutal gap. What, 16% or so was that climb? Very vicious. The race started off. I mean, it was fast, and it was it was windy as well. So we had a strong head, like a head cross wind. After the first station prize, they were giving away station prize every 5 miles. After the first station prize, a group of 5 guys got away. That was Alvin Gillett from SPD. We had Quinton Hamilton. We had
yourself.
D. Wade. We had Mote. Yeah, Preston Martinez. And we had a Mexican.
Right.
And those 5 guys, we ran all the way to just about almost Hope Creek. And then we were joined by 4 other guys. So the 5 became 9. Bob, Jose Choto, and 2 Mexicans came across. All right, so we took the right turn onto the Hummingbird Highway. And I would say a few miles into the Hummingbird Highway, the yellow jersey came across, and he came across with 2 other guys, 2 Mexicans. And we continued riding. Once he got there, it was attacks after attacks after attacks, and pretty much all the guys that were with me got shedded except me. So all 4 guys, they got shedded out the brake and off the back. And just a few miles before the finish, Liam Stewart and Wendell Vernon.
Yes, I'm surprised they frightened me when they put like,
we didn't see them at all, right?
Yeah, they come out of nowhere.
But they were probably in a caravan, so that's usually how it happens. And they joined us, and from there, that was 9 guys, and that's the 9 that finished. We had a couple of attacks by Bob and Mario, and we got some separation there, and that kind of pretty much defined and the tour, because the 9 guys that finished all moved into the top
positions.
Top 10 overall. And then a fantastic ride by Kenneth Butler to round off the 10th position. He came in a few minutes after the 9, and he rounded off the top 10 for that day, which kind of carried over to to Sunday. But the winner of that stage was Mario again. So Mario won that stage. Jose Cervera in a close sprint with Bob Gabriel on the top of gap. So Jose kind of nipped him by a little bit. Bob was second. Gabriel Cardozo was fourth. Fifth was Jose Choto. Sixth, Liam Stewart. Seventh, Benjamin de Jesus Munoz de Leon. Eighth was Wendell Skinny Vernon. Ninth was Dwayne Wade, myself. 10th was Kenneth Butler. So that kind of shook up the GC a little bit, because that moved, after that day, that moved Bob into second place. And yeah, so day three was Sancas Plaza, Hattieville, and back. And that was a fast race.
Well, I tell you, when it started, I watched, I tapped my Garmin because I said, this Garmin doesn't work. I see some speed at 37 miles an hour and a stretch in front of Benny's there.
Yeah.
Man, when I watched it, and riders were losing contact with the field already.
I saw that when I watched it live.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was just positioning myself. I knew it was going to be hard to split early, because you got a decent enough tailwind going up, right? And everyone is motivated to kind of ride hard early, so I wasn't too worried about the split. So I just positioned myself probably in the top 20 or something like that and cruise, just kind of watching what's going on. The yellow jersey team was controlling everything. A hell of a ride by those guys.
Yes.
True Boom, they just lined up in the front.
Exactly.
And control that race at a pretty nice tempo too. But it was between 25 and 27 miles an hour. Right. So they did an awesome job.
I have to give Jose Choto, man, that Jose Choto really rode, and he was in the top 5 overall, and he worked. He put, every time you look, Jose Choto to bring back any break go, he just pulled back everybody, because you had one spell True Boom, I think Francisco Flores, kind of Pancho Flores, he got away, and he had the guys, but I think Mara was telling him, don't panic, just keep him up there, and then left him out for a while, and then eventually they pulled him up.
Yeah, well, great leadership from a rider perspective by Mario. Mario was kind of directing the traffic out there, but I want to give huge recognition to Roger Troyer for putting that group together, and obviously Raj is a great manager of people, and great guy. I rode with him before on a team, and he did a fantastic job as well. I kind of was talking to him in the peloton and just kind of how he was operating, and didn't have his team panic early or anything like that, and just kind of kept those guys riding together as a team. Whenever he called them up, Carlos Valdez did a fantastic job. Geoffrey Waite did a fantastic job. We don't necessarily hear those guys as
they did their job.
We don't necessarily hear those guys as winning a lot of races, but teamwork always make the dream work, right?
Exactly.
So they came out on top because they all put in their work. And the field pretty much stayed together, and it came. I was pretty motivated to win that race. So I tried to stay with every move. I thought the last one that went, which when Smokes jumped, the last Liam lead it out, and then I didn't get enough speed from Liam as I wanted. He kind of topped out like 25 or something like that, because it was like a headwind too, and after 50 odd miles, But Smokes jumped, and he put a nice gap. So Smokes jumped, a Mexican jump, and I jumped right off that train onto that other jump. And I looked back and I thought this was it. That was it. And I was just waiting to jump to finish off the job, and from nowhere, I see a jersey. I didn't even know who he was. I just saw a jersey. At that point, I'm not looking to see who he was. I'm just trying to stay in front of the race, right? So a jersey on the left, then another jersey on the left, and I jumped on that and did my best, and I got third on the stage. But great patience by Roque. Those guys are true sprinters. They wait till the last minute, I don't gamble as much as they do, but congratulations to him for pulling off the stage win. And when it was all settled and the dust settled, the GC overall top 10 was Mario still hung on, although he got into some serious trouble.
Yes, he was in serious trouble.
After fresh pun.
Well,
coming back.
This, I think, I said it on live. I dropped back and I looked in my face and I realized this man is in trouble, and I said, why SPD didn't pay attention and see that this man in trouble because Bob was so close. They had him one spell.
All they had to do was go in the front and drill it.
Yep.
If they drill it, if they kept it at 30 miles an hour or close to that on the front, Mario is going to go out the back. Because you notice, like when we turn on the Philip Wilson going back, he was in the back.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. At one point, he actually got separated from the group.
Well, June on the Boom Hattieville Road. When Quinty went out, he was screaming, Quinton. He wasn't. I can see that he wasn't.
Well, I knew because when I kind of try to split the field with the strong guys. I wanted to get the strong guys away. And when I did a nice little fly right after Cardozo attacked the yellow jersey. I pushed it, wanted to split it, right? And I noticed that he couldn't come around in that rotation. So I figured that something, so that was the point where I noticed that he was in a little bit of trouble. And then as the race continued, once we got to Boom cutoff, he was just holding on.
Yeah, for some reason I thought there was a little bit of infighting amongst the Mexican teams. I think they had a little bit of.
I didn't see it, but what I saw is that SPD was in the best position to win. And they didn't run as a team. They were attacking each other all day. Well, for the whole tour. I don't know what the strategy was. Because, for example, Alvan was in the break with Bob.
Yeah.
That's two guys, right? All the other guys, the yellow jersey had teammates. Santino's had teammates, and SPD had two guys there. But if it was me, let's say I was leading a tour and I had a team member, what I would have done was I would have put that team member on the yellow jersey, right on his wheel. Whenever he attacked, you close it. That's it. Anyone else attack, leave it to the yellow jersey, right? But instead, SPD was attacking. We saw Alvan went off the front so many times, and no one was worried about him as far as, because he's not going to win the tour. So we just paced, they just paced him back into the group, and then he just went out the back. So it would have been better for them if he had sit on the yellow jersey, and when his job was done, he's out the back. That's great. Bob didn't have to worry about the yellow jersey then, right? And I thought Alvan was strong enough to do that, but for some reason he didn't decide to do that, or they didn't have a plan. But so they missed an opportunity there. I think Bob could have won that stage because the yellow jersey made a mistake. If you notice, he was attacking. He didn't need to attack.
No, yeah.
He was leading, right? Why would he attack? So he attacked so many times, and SP didn't capitalize on that. So
I think he used a mental thing. Said, okay, you know why they attack? I own this. I own this race. This is my race. So
psychologically.
But he almost paid
the
elephant. Yeah.
Well, he
paid there because he collapsed. And,
he did, because that effort, all the efforts that he put forward on Saturday, he paid for it Sunday. It wasn't what he did on Sunday that caused that. It was Saturday's constant attack. That guy was attacking, every chance he got, and all SPD had to do was sit on his wheel, and Bob could have taken care of him on easily. But they live and learn. Hopefully, they learn from this tour, and they'll do much better, because they're a strong team, and it'd be nice to see them ride well together. Through the Boom Road as well, they were attacking without a plan. So, but to each their own, right? But still a solid ride in second place by Bob. So Mario ended up winning the tour. Bob Gabriel was second. Gabriel Cardozo was third. Jose Cervera was fourth. Jose Choto, fifth. Sixth, Benjamin de Jesus Munoz de Leon. That guy was strong too. Liam Stewart was seventh. Wendell Skinny Vernon, eighth. Dwayne Wade, ninth. Kenneth Butler, 10th. So that's the overall.
And then you had the B category and the C category. Right?
Correct. Yeah. So that's overall. In the
B without a B, right?
Yeah. So we'll do the B. We did it overall just now. So the B category, Liam Stewart won. Second was myself, Dwayne Wade. Third, big recognition to Kenneth Butler.
Leave me alone.
Yes, rode a heck of a tour. He got away from those guys. I'm not sure what happened, how he did it, but he did it. Saturday he got away from them, and that's what made him move up into the top 10 overall, and then third place on the B podium. Steve Stewart was fourth. Warren Cowie was fifth. In that category, they gave five prizes in that category. In the C category, winner was Chuck Medina. Chief came up all the way from last to second. Nice job, Chief. Arturo Terrones, Colonel Lovell, fourth. Nice job. Isaiah Willesee and Filberto Dubon was sixth in that category. Yeah. So that's
To conclude.
that concluded the Tour de Santino 2024 edition. We're excited about next year, right?
Yeah, the man said, don't prepare for next year.
Yeah, yeah. But that was a nice race. I wasn't gonna do it because May is kind of tough for me with a lot of birthdays. So I was just kind of enjoying myself a little bit, but I decided last minute. Although I kept riding and stuff like that and kept training, but I decided last minute to jump in and do it, and I'm glad I did it because with all the foreign competition, I like to get a break from racing with all the Belizeans.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice to have other guys.
The race, it became more competitive.
It flow better, right? It flow better because then you're not. The Belizeans watch each other a lot. Kind of past that. So it was nice to get a break from that. So thanks to the chief for.
They said Bob can't climb like Mario. Stop it.
Who said that? Yeah, no, I disagree with that.
Big up yourself, Scully. This weekend we have two races. I think you have one race. Saturday, Georgia, you want to put up the one for the Pomona
Day
race.
June 1st, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it start double on pan and it finish.
Yeah, there are different categories there though. It's elite, masters, juniors, and female. I think the junior and female are doing laps between Pomona and Griga. And I think Leticia is working with the organizers to do the masters as well, to do laps, which probably be a great idea because it's a day festival, so it gives the
they could say the riders right
more,
there.
right? Because riders, over and over and yeah. So hopefully that should be fun. I'm thinking about doing it, and then. Sunday is the Levy.
The big Levy and friends family here. Some beautiful prizes today.
Yeah, nice trophies.
Nice trophies.
Yeah,
Big up the Levy family and Mr. Levy Friends and Family Cycling Classic. And guess what? I'll be there bringing the live.
You're covering
action.
that one, no?
Yep, bringing the live action right into your living room.
Excellent. The road for that is how many laps you're doing between?
I think three laps.
Yeah, and I think it's more. I think it's I want to say 4 because it's from the center of town, Riga, to Hope Creek, the roundabout, right back. Yeah, so that's roughly 20 miles.
Okay.
I believe, right? Is that roughly about that?
I never really work it out.
Yeah, let me check. Let me see how many laps.
But we encourage
I have that information.
We encourage cyclists to head down to cultural capital this weekend.
Absolutely. 2 days of racing.
I hope somebody have hoodoo for me.
Is Father's Day race on the boulevard still on?
That we're not sure about, Mr. Anderson. We're not sure about that. We are waiting confirmation, so we can't say yes and then, but we are praying that that race will take off.
Then I asked if you will do the live for the Pomona Day race.
I unfortunately I won't be able to do the live for the Pomona race. My hands are full.
Yep. So starts at 8:30. The Levy starts at 8:30. So it's Levy Tortilla Factory. Drums of Her Father roundabout to Hope Creek, back to Levy Tortilla Factory, and females youth 1 lap 15 miles, masters 3 laps 45 miles, juniors 2 laps 30 miles, elites 4 laps 60 miles. So all separate races.
They will be all separate races? The time, what the time they say? They're not run.
It starts at 8:30. It didn't say. Well, it seems like they're separate because they're all doing different distance, right?
That would be perfect because that way they could cover all the races. When they have separate races and then all the fans they could see the riders. But when you have races going at the same time, it's
so
kind
1,
of
2,
tough,
3, 4. So 8:30, one lap roughly. Females, youths, roughly 45 minutes or so, 50 minutes for that. Call it an hour, so 8:30, 9:30 if they do separate, no? 9:30 would be the next race. Then 10:30, 11 would be the following race, which would be Masters. 3 laps, 2 hours for that.
Yes, man.
Yeah, they could definitely do it.
Definitely do that just like as we turn, so everybody get the moment, everybody get the time for shine. So it's a leave it that we want to do. We want to have all races have their own.
Yep.
And you know what confusion either? You know all of the on the highway.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I guess you be doing a live stream and the organizers, you guys can discuss kind of.
Yes, definitely.
Space that out, but then definitely get that information out to the riders, right? Because
exactly.
You don't want to be out there all day.
Earlier,
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Yeah.
So that wraps up the racing for this weekend, right?
Yes, man. Come out and support.
Absolutely. Pomona Day, a lot of activities. Still have.
And then next weekend, our guys leave for Honduras. You have the names of the day, I think.
I do.
But so maybe with the names
I
of the.
do.
Yeah. So after that we go to break, and then when we come back, giveaway time. Get out on a thinking cap.
We're going to break.
After the break, do you just want to give the names of the riders?
Okay,
Then they're going to break. Yeah. So just want to give the names of the riders. I can remember. I know Dylan Levy going. I know. I see Jocelyn Chavaria, Junior named up there. I see Eric Trapp. I see Giovanni Lovell. I see Wasani Castro, Byron Pope, Dijon Hyde, Rojas, and somebody they miss.
Me não say, put up $500 to anybody. Bob versus Mario.
We have to wait till tomorrow come
That'll
back.
happen next year. Don't rush it, man. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Don't rush it, man. Support your local Belizeans. Always choose local. Remember. Yes, choose local, my friend. Giovanni Lovell, Jocelyn Chavaria, Dylan Levy, Wasani Castro, Byron Pope, Atlee Lozano, Dijon Hyde, Delton Rojas, Goran Gabriel, Eric Trapp, Kaya Katus, Gabby Gabriel. So that's the Central American Road Championships in Tegucigalpa, Honduras, June 4th through the 9th. So those guys should be leaving. When will they be leaving? Do you know? Do we know?
I'm not sure, but I think that sometime close to the end of the week. Next weekend.
It would be because the 4th is next Saturday.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm sorry. June. No, the 4th is Tuesday, next Tuesday.
Okay.
So they'd have to leave like probably Saturday.
Okay.
It's more likely they're traveling by bus or.
I have no.
Okay, we don't know. No. All right. Well, good luck to our guys. That's a big group. Much success to them. So we'll take a break.
Yes, we'll take a break. And when we come back, we are ring the bell.
Put on your thinking caps.
This is a Soul Fire production.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Third on so yes. I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live we turn on us. So yes.
Welcome back. The fans, their favorite part of the show. I mean, the whole show are their favorite part, but this part, our part.
This is how we get some fun.
This is our part, the thing. So, D, maybe I can start with the first question, and
Sure.
And you win a Bible, cycling Bible, along with a bar, and this is for the senior family, and then this is for those bike shop. They provide the the Bible. So
Nice tasty
yeah.
Cliff Bar. What
Yes,
what
nice.
flavor?
This the peanuts, butter, banana.
Oh, nice. I like that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that's a good
Big
one.
up the
So,
senior and Adonis bike shop family. So this is the first prize.
question number 1, guys. 5 cyclists broke away from the peloton at mile 6 on the onward journey to San Ignacio, and in the most heroic performance in cross country in the 21st century. One of those cyclists was never caught. He went on to win that cross country race. Name the cyclist, the team he rode for, and the year. Again, in a cross country, in the year. 5 cyclists broke away from the peloton at mile 6, going up to San Ignacio. In a great performance in a cross-country history, one of those cyclists was never caught. He went on to win that cross-country race. Name the cyclist, Andrew, the team he rode for, and the year.
That easy, man. That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I can answer that question.
No, I'm saying though. Not like me last week.
I remember that because
Yeah.
I mean, chaos. Watch it. So I'm giving
So
a clue.
let's see. We're giving a clue if it takes longish.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Huh?
It shouldn't be take long. It shouldn't take long.
Yeah.
I remember some of the cycles were
Yeah.
broken in that thing there.
You know the guys have minute break, no? Somebody
Yeah,
guys
I
know?
remember.
Winner,
win
chicken
this
dinner.
See?
What?
Okay, winner, right?
Shout out, let's get the spirit. We're on the Chato 2012.
Aye, Fernando Bad.
Fernando only the ride good. Fernando they go to school, so he pays attention. So big up yourself, Fernando. Boy, I think you have to get a special prize maybe at the end of the year every time we have to give a special prize for the person winning, but we have to tally that though, because we have to keep on check.
Yeah.
But,
Because Aaron Pope win lot too.
Yes,
And then Keith Anderson.
Keith Anderson and
Tishibu.
Tishibu.
yeah, they are
Yeah.
favorite winners. So
Yeah, people.
yeah.
Yeah. So what Fernando win?
Fernando win the Bible along with the
Okay.
along with a bar and
Nice.
go pick it up at the bike shop. So that's the first place. So make a move on to the second place. Same thing, you get the second prize will be one Bible, and you get one Honestina gel along with it. So one Bible and Honestina gel, and this totally for Adonis bike shop. So this second prize, let me ask the question. I'll take my time and read it. Her first major win was the Creme Classic, after which she became one of Belize's biggest sports star in Belize. After which she became one of the biggest sports star in Belize. Name the cyclist and the year she won the Creme Classic. Again, I repeat, her first major win was the Creme Classic, after which she became one of the biggest Port Star in Belize. Name the cyclist and the year she won the Creme Classic. Easy answer again.
I see
Easy.
Tishibu up there. Let's go Tishibu.
Easy.
Shibu said we want Bolido.
Bolido's coming up. Bolido's coming back next week.
Yeah, I'll bring Bolida next week then.
Yeah.
No, why they want to say Derek Chamaria?
Yeah. Her. It started with her first major win.
Let's give a
Winner,
let's give a clue. It's a female cyclist.
Winner. Aaron Pope is our winner.
Say it. Tell
So
her.
just that bar right there.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Kayakatus.
Nice job, young Pope.
2012. You are correct, Aaron Pope. You're sharp on the bike and you're sharp.
Okay.
But you know something
That kid
like
will be a star, you know.
Aaron is very, he pays attention. He has a lot of stats. That young kid, you know, I have to, Kevin Logan called the other day, we made the FaceTime, and Kevin Logan said, they put up so much money for the race coming up. The man said, easy win, Mr. Logan, easy win. I take away for doing this. We real race come up, you know, where I be through the hills. I'm not sure the date yet, but the thing is, the race ends up putting me at trouble. I know the train. I can't train. I know he packed and the train hard.
Elston, I agree with you.
Yeah.
We should talk about that race. So, when would you like to come into the studio and chat a little bit?
Yeah, definitely.
Let us know. But that was actually an epic race.
Exactly.
Everyone knows about that race. The solo show to win.
All right, so
Giovanni.
the third giveaway, you get a Bible again.
Yep.
Along with two we call it a liquid IV. So for Erdős Bike Shop and Ricky Pine.
Nice. Very useful in this weather, in this
yes.
kind of weather condition. So here's question number 3, guys. He is a former junior cross-country champion, and a foundation is named after him. What is his name and the year he won? He is a former junior cross-country champion, and a foundation is named after him. What is his name and the year he won?
Easy again.
Yep.
Easy.
Let's see if they get this one. I think the foundation might have a yearly ride too.
Ring the bell. Wait. Ah, yes, you're ringing now.
Ring the bell? Lex.
Amazing cookie white tea. I don't know.
The answer is the late Ariel Rosado. May he rest in peace. A great cyclist, and it was in 2000.
I hope when the person will pick that up, the ID say amazing cookie white tea. Because anyone can say the meal amazing cookie white tea. So please message me and tell you who you really are, because we have to know who that is amazing
cookie white tea, the winner.
Yeah, so Pastor is Bike Shop.
Well, that's good. We have a new winner, right?
Yeah. That is a new winner.
That person ever won before?
No. This amazing cookie has won because we comment on this already,
Oh.
and we give away the real name for real.
Okay, so we know who then.
For my corrupted adult mind, never read that right.
So the last and final question, nice. What we call it now? We call it
commuter helmet. It's like your guys will gotta work on things on the bikes, or it could be a little scooter helmet too, right?
Yes, yeah. One big up Erdős Bike Shop Chicago.
Andy.
Erdős Bike Shop Chicago, in Chicago, responsible for this last prize.
Yeah, and those guys, go ahead. I'll chat a little bit more about those guys.
All right, so listen keenly to the question, right? He was one of the most ferocious pacers in the 20th century, who finished on the podium in a cross-country race. In the 21st century, he has been producing champion cyclists through his coaching program. Name the former cyclist and the year when he finished on the podium. Repeat. He was a ferocious pacer in the 20th century, who finished on the podium in a cross-country race in the 21st century. He has produced champion cyclists through his coaching program. Name the farmer cyclist and the year when he finished on the podium. Can I use it too?
Because you read it.
No, but I have the answer in front of me.
You just give out the clue.
Huh?
When you write it.
Yeah, that's a clue.
Well, I mean, in the 1900s, 19 something.
Yeah.
In the 19 something, he was a ferocious pacer, right, guys? And then in the 2000s, he has a coaching program and produced champions.
You know, I like by Mr. Elston Wade Jr. You could produce some nice questions. I don't know. I don't have to worry about questions anymore.
Never again.
He's selected as the show done. He go on.
ERV Jr. is our question expert.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we save some of the cards. We'll repeat some of them back. You know, some of them.
Okay, so so it's nice. We have them printed out, guys.
Right. So, folks, again.
Nice helmet.
If you give a hard time, I can repeat it again. He was one of the most ferocious pacers in the 20th century. Who finished on the podium in the cross country in the 21st century?
Full stop.
Huh? Yeah.
In the podium, in the cross country race. Stop right there.
Okay.
No, continue.
In the 21st century.
That the beginning of that sentence. So that the beginning of that sentence. So
okay, yeah. So me, I'm a very good English guy.
That's why you might sound confused.
All right. Okay. All right. So maybe I can repeat then. All right. So he was one of the most ferocious pacers in the 21st century.
28th century.
Yeah, 20th century. Full stop. Who finished on the podium in the cross country race?
Full stop.
Full stop again. In the 21st century, come on. He has been producing champion cyclists through his coaching program. Name the farmer cyclist and the year when he finished on the podium. Yeah, hard. Can I use it? And once a fellow cycling that name there, it's a very popular name. More Blues Clues. You know, they have anything Blues Clues? The clues like crazy, make them with this beautiful helmet. You could ride around the city, you could ride a little scooter up on it. If you lost your helmet, you could go even go ride in a race. Nice and solid. Nice punch inside to do.
Yes, man.
And big up Adonis Bike Shop Chicago. Big up yourself, D.
Think about it, guys. Think about it. So he rode the cross country, and then he has a coaching program currently, and is producing champions out of that coaching program. So currently has a coaching program. Should we give them a hint?
We give them a hint. I ride it out.
Out the west. That clue?
I ride it out.
Like that clue. Too easy.
I was saying a popular name in cycling.
Yeah.
So should be pretty easy. That's so tough, eh? The fans are. I know Aaron must have them, but you can't double dip Aaron, so no answer.
Call your friend. Call your friend. Aaron, and give it to your friend.
I know the international people when they watch him, I get that easy too. Nobody yet, Lex? You need the name of the person and either right in the history book, right in the Bible. That's the reason why we give so much on the Bible.
Ring the bell. Henry Linares is over here.
Henry Linares.
Nice job.
Henry win last week and Henry gave prize to the next kids race coming up, right? Yeah. Big up yourself, Henry. Smart guy. Jocelyn Chavaria, 1981 indeed. Very humble guy. Produced so much champion. His daughters, his son there.
Yep.
And he continue to have the young kids them out at Georgeville and doing things. So Jocelyn, I hope for have Jocelyn some in the future in the studio one of these time when you come make it down.
We should. That would be fun.
Yep. I think we need to have Jocelyn here in studios. He have a wealth of knowledge. Very humble and he never had a coaching school, but he knows to play in all the game.
Totally. I mean, look, he's been primarily his kids coach,
Right.
and both of them are, you know, in the male elites, both of them are pretty solid guys, right? Derek Jr. and Jocelyn Jr.
He was not a sprinter, but he know when for hurt you because he wait for the moment, and when he hit you, if you don't get up and for real, the gun because he's a good time trialist, or he could hold it.
Ferocious pacer.
What, you know, joke when you get on it, one another. Everybody say, who you going to start from there? Jocelyn Chavaria. You know something, I have to give him kudos because he don't want a person who make I fall in love with cycling more. He used to say, let's Andrew, make we go to Corozal. We ride all through Corozalito, the time the new
all Northern.
All Northern, we ride all the way.
All the road.
He pull up there, when he pull up, he also get fresh fried, jack, Johnny cake, anything, whatever. Make we ride go, you know what, we just ride go to Giga and just have race. So we ride, me, Warner, you know, St. Jocelyn, we ride, and who else does go down there? We ride first to Giga. We put we up and we ride the race, we win the race. We left there, we come to Kayo, go to Kayo, and you know, lot of the I definitely give him kudos. He definitely made me love cycling. I never allowed to be a sprinter. I'm a good pacer, and you know that through his mentorship. So Jocelyn, you know, big up yourself. You know, I always take off my cap to you and what you're doing with those kids, producing awesome cyclists. So big up yourself.
No, definitely. He's one of the good guys for cycling for sure, and not only his kids, but all the kids. You know, all the kids. I think even maybe Jiven may have come out.
Yes, Jiven. Oh, a whole lot of them.
Yeah. So big. You have to recognize him, and guys, he's always looking for, you know, donations of, and he'll tell you if it's even used parts. So you know, you guys are out there and they listening. Definitely reach out to Andrew, and he can facilitate that if you have things that you want to send for his program. I can tell you, or I've donated to his program before, and I can tell you that everything that you donate to him goes back to the kids, directly to the kids. So he's one of the very good guys in the sport, and who's helping to develop the sport, primarily in the West, but I know he's worked with some guys, you know, in the city as well.
Yep. I know one of the young kids involved in an incident. I think a young man named Aldana. We wish him a speedy recovery. Yep, Mr. Aldana. So he should be back on his bike. I think they buy a bike for him. He's supposed to be shipped down to Belize. So he should be back on his bike. So tough cyclist, boy.
Definitely. One of the things that, you know, so we have a little bit of time, a few minutes. One of the things that I wanted to touch on, and probably one of the biggest thing, next to obviously, you know, in cycling, it's training, right? Being motivated, being disciplined, being consistent, and train and put the work in, right? Then followed by adequate recovery. But I think something that's gonna make or break your race is nutrition, right? Nutrition and hydration, that's the key, right? So, you know, I wanted to touch on that a little bit and talk about kind of how I prepare for races. And I was talking to Mario a bit about that as well. And the thing is that, you know, for these events that you're racing, you know, road races, you know, that are 2 hours or longer, you want to make sure that you are loading up on your nutrition before the race. So the week of the race, that's kind of when you start preparing for your race. A lot of folks think that it's
race day.
It's race day, correct? So you have to be eating right. You have to be sleeping. You know, adequate sleep, adequate rest, but eating the right food as well. A balance between protein and carbohydrates, right? So your protein is used for muscle repair, and then the carbs that's your energy source, right? That's kind of what you tap in for your energy. So you want to make sure that you have the right balance of those things, and there is definitely a science behind it. So you can always research it, guys. You know, more and more when you look at the top performers, they're not only great athletes, but they are smart as well. You know, you have to be doing your research in order to perform. So based on your body weight, there is a formula that you can look at that will tell you the right amount of protein and carbohydrates that you'll need. So take a look at that, guys. play around with that. If you have a coach, talk to your coach about that. Fueling up for races in the right portion. A lot of information is out there now on the internet. You can Google whatever you need. You can go to YouTube and watch videos about it. But let that be a part of your preparation as well. Fueling adequately, and go out there on YouTube and look at that information. That will take you to that next level as far as an athlete is concerned. So it's nutrition, and then it's hydration, proper hydration, right? It's hydration and rehydration. I see a lot of guys in Belize are cramping and things of that nature. If you're cramping, unless it's a
lack of condition.
Yeah, unless it's lack of condition. But if you're fit, and
you're
you're cramping,
that are definitely hydration.
that's definitely hydration, right? So or it could be a medical condition. So if lack of medical condition is definitely you're not hydrating properly. A good rule of thumb would be a regular water bottle, cycling water bottle, every half hour, right? So once the race start, after a half hour you should be consuming a bottle, and every other half hour after that you should be consuming a bottle, right? So you'd be drinking and sipping throughout, basically, not just drink when you're thirsty. And the other thing is that you don't want to just drink water as well. You want a combination of protein and carbohydrates and electrolytes.
No soda can buy. I say Belize cyclists and they say, we drink anything and we eat anything. I say no, that is why.
No. Stay away from fried foods as much as possible. If you want to be an elite athlete, you want to stay away from fried foods as much as possible. What happens? I was looking at a documentary, and it shows what oily foods and fatty foods, what it does when that stuff gets into your bloodstream, and it pretty much slows you down in everything, athletically, mentally, everything. So the more you can stay away from fried food, the best you'll be. And when you do eat, fats or stuff like that, it's healthy fats. Things like olive oil and oil from like avocado and things of that nature.
I could hear some people say, some cyclists and some people say, sure. Something that keep me anytime, make me the road do not tell me enjoy that, me like that, but the fact remains these are scientifically proven.
Yep. But you could still. I mean, if you like your fried chicken, you could eat that. But I mean, I'm saying just cut back on it. You maybe after race Sunday when the racing is done and your week is you go out there, you go ahead and you enjoy that, right? And then back on it Tuesday, right? But like I said, if you want to be an elite athlete, diet, your proper nutrition and proper hydration is going to take you to that next level, along with the training and resting.
So what you want to do, we want to try to get somebody in studio that somebody very good at real nutrition and you say nutrition and resting, right?
It's like preparation. So from a coaching perspective, you're prepare. Then after that, you have to properly rest. Then the nutrition, and then hydration and rehydration as well. Because next thing is when the race done, you have to replenish.
Exactly.
Right, replenish so the body could start, healing itself and repairing.
For local cyclists, I say drink beer.
Yeah. Well, it's okay for the master cyclists to enjoy themselves and have fun, but young elite guys, I'm talking about the elite guys. If they want to get to that next level, they have to. That's what they have to do.
Yep.
That's
this is a rough sport, so you have to prepare preparation.
Right. If you're thinking about, Andrew, if you're thinking about representing Belize, at the next level. Then, right, outside international, and when a race done, you're hanging out and you're drinking and you're indulging in other activities, and during the week you're doing that, then those two things don't go together, right? So just encourage you guys to, really look at living a healthy lifestyle and putting everything you can control, put that into your body so you can so your performance can increase. That's what we're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. So look at that signal, boy. We run out of time.
Break.
We always say that when you have fun, it go by so fast.
Yeah.
But Dean, I don't know if you want to say your closing words.
So are we gonna take a break and come back, or this is it?
No, this is it. This is it.
Wow, already?
9 o'clock already.
Wow,
Almost 9.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, it was a great weekend of this past weekend. It was a great weekend of cycling. I want to personally thank you, Andrew, because sometimes you're just busy and caught up in racing and caught up in everything, and we just expect you to do what you do. But I'm pretty sure 3 days of covering Tour de Santino was difficult on you.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, I went back and I watched those lives, and you were holding on to that cycle with every bit of that one hand you had to keep that camera.
Yeah.
Still, so sometimes it was a little dicey there, no?
Yes, man. Yeah. Once I must see one of the bumper, and boy, I feel like I have laugh on the cycle. So it's Mr. Guns called me. Mr. Guns he said, Mr. Donis, he said something, big respect. He said, how you continue to do that? I tell him, well, we both, take a lot of risks. We both, go out of our way.
But you to some more extent because you're doing the longer races,
right?
Right?
Yeah, those extra long races.
It's definitely risky for both. But like I said, Andrew, I personally, we all enjoy live and stuff like that. And obviously the fans they get to see those close calls with you and things of that nature. For example, when the guys almost run you off the road.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that you're dealing with out there, a lot of obstacles.
Yeah.
And you're doing this willingly every week in and week out. I mean, this week you're traveling all the way to Riga, right?
Right.
I mean, you've got a bike business that you're running, you got a family, you got grandkids. And I just wanted to take the time out to say thanks. I appreciate what you're doing. And you're doing this for the love and passion of the sport. And I mean, what you're doing and like what Mr. Guns is doing, but again, you're doing a lot more races and more consistently. It helps in growing the sport because now people are actually seeing things live as it's happening, and they're also aware of some of the challenges by our local athletes, and that's how people are helping, like the Stewart and Roberto family,
Right.
Kevin Logan, Glenn Young, that's some other names that I'm not remembering right now, but all those folks who are hearing there live in real time the struggles, the trials, and you're calling on them to help out, and they're responding.
Yep.
It's amazing, and this goes back to right directly back to what you're doing, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you for all you're doing for Belizean cycling. Continue doing the great work. Stay safe out there. You're taking a lot of risk.
The kids in the house right now, what do you want the next race, Mr. Don't win the next race. I said, don't worry, we have one.
And even with these prizes, week in and week out, you're finding through your pipeline, you're finding prizes to give away. I mean, that's a lot of effort, and a lot of people definitely love what you're doing and supporting you. So I can ramble on all night about that, but I just wanted to say thank you very much. You're doing a heck of a job, man. Continue,
appreciate it.
Yeah, continue killing it.
Well, stand said.
Andrew has more energy than the guy's half his age.
Oh yeah. Well, I may discuss it. Me and Alex, me and my son, may discuss while coming up, and I say, something like I said, when we were growing up, and we had somebody 50 years old, we see that as a old man. Now I surpassed 50. I going to be 62 years old.
That's true.
But I don't see myself as an old man.
Yeah.
I see myself as an energetic old man. How I call it.
Yeah.
But the love for the sport of cycling, love for cycling, the love for people, it keeps you energized. I tell you, it keeps me energized. I start every morning and exercise, and it jinx me. Some of the guys tell me that I have some screws in my head because if I beat the tire a mile, or I do some dips, or I drop down and do some push-ups during the work hours, when people come in and pump the bike, I say, we're not using I want pump. They say, but why you burn your energy, Mr. Doris? I said, no, you help me live longer. When I take the pump and pump, they say, but we have 4 bikes for pump. I say, I pump all, and they say, I tell you, you help me live longer. And so I just want to encourage people my age to keep active, to do something, to have a positive look on life. I always listen to Steve Jobs' final words. The man say, the $30 watch still tell time the same time as the $3,000 watch, you understand? But he's just explaining that life in imminent death, he realized that you know something, the simplest things, like you always say, the life of the simple. What the phrase?
It's the simple life, not the life of the simple.
Right, exactly. but what it is that if you could be mobile, like your dad, 93 years old and still riding a horse, I mean, that's impressive.
Well, you know what? The thing that kept, and not to put job, but it's just like you. The thing that kept him going, he never stopped.
You never stop.
Never stop.
Yep.
Right. So you keep pumping out those tires.
I will.
Never stop, and then you'll find out when you're 90 years old, you'll still be able to do it.
If I reach 90 today, but
Yes, man.
but
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
because just imagine, I mean, 93 years old and saddling his own horse. I'm amazed myself.
Exactly.
Saddling and riding and getting up on his horse.
Well,
93.
yeah, people always say,
Yeah, it's
but
amazing.
you always have to give up. You have to give up. I don't
Yeah.
give up. When the father ready for me, he called me home. Right when he ready for me, he called me home.
Right.
And until then, I want to continue to do what I love.
You're doing his work.
Yeah, exactly. Doing what I was saying to do. But folks, you say final word, right? Yeah, all right.
Well,
okay,
yeah, I'm just,
Yeah.
man, it's 9:03 already.
Yeah. So, of course, before I left, I definitely want to big up my immediate family. I mean, I have Rochelle out there taking care of those kids. I have Rena back at home taking care of Juju and Riel. And then, Lex and George in the studio with me. And, of course, my beautiful wife back at home.
Miss Debs is back from the Cayman Islands.
Yes, she's back.
Had a good birthday. Miss Debs had a great birthday.
She had a great birthday. She got a birthday,
Excellent.
but I felt sorry for her when we reached home because when she came in, there was no Sparky boy.
Oh,
And
yeah, we talked about that.
I could see the pain in her face, right? But she grabbed the little doggy, Spicy, and she hugged him up and said, you are the only one. Well, the only little house doggy left now. But we lost Sparky. What was it? Also, what, about 13 years, Lex? About 13 years we had Sparky.
Yeah.
But
See, Andrew and guys, there's a message in that, right? It's about when we're gone, we're gone.
Exactly,
But it's
exactly.
about while you're here.
While you're here, yeah.
Loving each other while you're here,
Yeah.
appreciating each other while
Exactly.
you're here. But yeah, with that, what I wanted to do was quickly as well, I wanted to thank the viewers and the fans.
Definitely have to thank them.
Every week, they're committed. I'm on the rise and they're, man, nice show.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to this show. What are you guys gonna talk about? So I mean, I'm hearing that a lot out there. Guys are calling us up with with updates and different little things. So thanks to you guys. Without you, there's no show. There's no us. So
Yeah, exactly.
we appreciate that. Continue to tune in. We love the engagement. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And so before we close, we want big up the fans. We want remember head down south this weekend. We want big up the people that have races. We want big up everybody get prizes tonight. All the winners definitely want to big you guys up. We continue to keep cycling alive in Belize. And let me say, see you soon, my love, my wife at home. Thank you for always supporting me. So with that said, we are out. Good night.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn.